Welcome back to the Caregiver Minute, where every weekday family and professional caregivers gather to refine their skills, gain inspiration, and prepare to serve. Happy Memorial Day. For most of us, this is a day to remember. A lot of us will go to graves, we will decorate them, we will think about those who have gone before, and the fact that their path through life made our path in life possible in many ways. Maybe we will remember our families by spending time with them. We'll reflect on how important they are to us. In fact, for many people, Memorial Day is the start of the camping season, and they're out spending time with family. Maybe you're at work today, and you're helping those who can't remember. Whatever it is that you're doing, I want to talk a little bit about this idea of remembering and give you two different ways to think about the word that are different than the way that we typically think about it. Usually in English, remember means that something comes to mind. We're able to recall it and reflect on it. But at the core, remember means the opposite of dismember. If you dismember something, you take it apart. When you remember, you put the members back together. When it comes to things in our life, or even in relationships, when we really remember something or someone, we're putting those pieces back together. We're reconstructing it. That can be applied in a lot of different ways. If we have a relationship that's a little bit strained, maybe it's time to remember. Maybe we need to put it back together and find how those pieces fit in a meaningful way. Another way to think about remember that's very different from the idea of just calling it to mind comes from the Hebrew word for remember. It's the word zakar. And that word implies action in a way that the English word really doesn't typically imply. One of the examples that I heard a few years ago about an illustration of zakar goes something like this. Let's imagine that a husband and wife wake up on their wedding anniversary and they say good morning, and neither says anything to the other about the fact that it's their anniversary, because the wife is waiting for her husband to acknowledge the day and to say something. What if he knows that it's his wedding anniversary and he thinks about it, but he doesn't say anything? And several times throughout the day, he remembers that it's his wedding anniversary. It comes to mind, and he has pleasant reflections of his wedding day, but he doesn't do anything about it. And then in the evening, suppose he and his wife get back home and they spend some time together, but he doesn't say anything about their wedding anniversary until they're just getting ready to go to bed, and his wife says, "You probably don't even remember what today is." And he says, "Well, of course I do. It's our wedding anniversary." That's a very different kind of remembering than an active remembering, one implied by the Hebrew word zakar. Active remembering means you actually do something, as in the husband and wife wake up, and the husband says, "Happy anniversary," and then maybe does something nice for his wife. Maybe they go to lunch together. Maybe they take the day off. Maybe they spend time together in the evening doing things that are meaningful for them. Whatever it is, they're taking action, and their remembering means something. And not only something that day, but something every day. In Old Testament scripture, when God says, "I will remember my people," He's not saying, "Hey, in the heat of battle, I'll think about you and I'll have positive thoughts. I'll send some positive vibes your way." What it means is, I will fight your battles for you. I will be there. I'm with you. That's a different kind of remembering than the way that we think about it in English in so many cases. So today, on this Memorial Day, this day of remembrance, I hope that you will put things back together, both in terms of your memories and in terms of relationships. And I hope that you'll think about what it means to actively remember. How could remember truly be a verb for you? I hope you'll take some time today to consider these ideas and find one way that you can go forward and actively remember someone or something important in your life, that you can take action on it. I hope that makes a difference for you and the people that you serve. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another episode of the Caregiver Minute.